just during the
Thank you. Frame 6.
interval while they were setting them up. Ronnie was looking at the tip there, and as we mentioned, it is a new tip that he had put on before the quarter-final. But there's certainly nothing wrong with it. He's very comfortable with it. Just checking it there, as I said, Legendado from Southport, who has a club there and a former player, looks after Ronnie's tips. And but I think these days, I think we've seen it in the UK Championship, Stephen, you can put a new tip on. It used to take maybe 3 or 4 days to break it in, but they're slightly different now, aren't they? You can sort of more or less play them in straight away.
Yeah, I think whatever is the technology and how they make tips, I don't know, but yeah, I remember sometimes it would take me up to 4 or 5 days to play a tip in. Oh, that's things are really sound there.
Well, he just played a gentle nudge there, but he's going to have to judge the cannon on the black also to put it on. I don't think he can avoid that, but shouldn't be a problem for him. Just a little bit harder would have been better. Caught it a little fuller than he wanted. Half ball on the black would have been ideal.
Junhui, 9.
That was an interesting little safety shot. He could have played full ball in the black. He'll have to give on the cushion, but he doesn't want to put the black safe. That's funny, Dan. I think Ronnie got a shock, electric shock, when he touched the table there. It can't happen. Let's have a look at this. Yep, there it is.
It just reminds me, I'd forgotten about being able to get a little shock as we show you what he's looking at, but I remember playing in Canada and there was like a metal side, you know, rod, and everybody was getting little electric shocks. Oh. Do you know, first look, he might have gotten away with this, which would be amazing. Once he missed the pot, you would have thought he was going to leave something easy, but a quick glance, I don't think he's left one. What a result he's had there. Once he cannoned the reds, you would have thought he was going to put Ronnie right in amongst them. But everything's safe.
Oh, another great safety shot. Look at that cue ball.
think he might have had another one there. Shock number 2. We've had a few shocks in the tournament so far this year, but weren't expecting these sort of shocks. Lots of noise from the other side of the arena, mid-session interval, and take a while. You can see spectators getting up and stretching their legs, going out for a quick tea or coffee. It really is a fantastic atmosphere in and around the Crucible Theatre. Bit of a careless one there, maybe just a little lapse in concentration while the noise is going on.
Yeah, he's just played 1 or 2 iffy shots, Junhui, since Ronnie Sullivan's won the last 2 frames. That wasn't easy. Still expected him to get it, but it wasn't an easy pot.
As quiet as possible, please.
Not happy with the kiss on the yellow there. It's left Junhui with the chance to the right corner. All about controlling the cue ball here. You'd think he's bound to finish on the colour. Well, now then. That's surprising, probably because he's been kept off the table for the last couple of frames.
Yep, this was a long way off for a fairly comfortable long pot. Yeah, he's just starting to look under a little bit of pressure now, Junhui.
One.
I know it's very early days, but when he led 3-0, he was in with a very easy chance, and he missed a sitter of a red with a chance to go on and maybe even take a 4-0 advantage to the mid-session interval, but he missed a sitter.
7.
In fact, we can show you, he was just concentrating on the cannon on the reds there and missed this one because the way he was playing at the time, he was winning a frame with 1 visit.
He's come up 2 or 3 inches short there. They have to play the red to the middle now.
$14. 15. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's just having a word with the referee there, Leo Scully, and
20.
I think just as he was playing the shot, Leo was just getting himself into a position, and I think Ronnie's just asked him just to make
21.
sure he's still. Refs always try and get in a position where they're behind the player, but it's quite tight with the
20.
two-table situation here, so it's difficult all round. I mean, they do a great job, and
29.
with the two-table situation, the camera men do a fabulous job also, because there's not a lot of room for them to maneuver.
$36. $37. $42. $43. $49.
Well, there's just a string of big breaks in this quarter-final match. There's always going to be a fascinating tussle. I mean, Ding had breaks of 71, 128 and 71.
57.
Ronnie had 63, 99 and now this. Just checking the scoreboard there to see exactly what he needs. See, 48 ahead. Gonna need the black and one more red
58.
to clinch the frame. Just drop this in
65.
dead weight just to make sure. But can you believe it?
Ronnie Sullivan, 65.
I thought he would have just rolled it in. He played a little stun shot and got a little bit of unwanted side there. Okay, he was using his opposite hand, but just roll it. He stunned it.
Yeah, I just think he plays the right shot. You've got to play for the black. He's just careless to miss the red. Oh, this is clumsy.
1.
He had a huge margin for error there to leave himself a pot in the black.
Needs to cut this in, doesn't he, Stephen? Otherwise he needs a snooker. And what a shot he's pulled off there. Okay, he's not on a red, but that was a must pot
7.
pink there. So he can still win this frame.
Junhui, 7.
This is the longest frame of the match so far, just 16 minutes. It's been a fantastic standard, at least a 60 in every frame. 2 60s, 2 70s, a centre and a 99. But that's a frame now for Ronnie Sullivan. Looks like 3-3.
Well, the beauty of the
5.
3-session matches are you don't panic if you drop 3-0 behind, and that's what happened, Ronnie. You know, you can get it back again, but he's done it in style.
$11. 12. $17. 19. 22. Thank you. 26. 31.
Finish with an exhibition shot to get on the black. And have a look at this. Tremendous amount of side there. Oh, he snookered himself, has he? No. Oh, I thought the pocket had snookered him, but...
Sullivan, 57.
Well, what a response from the 5 times former world champion Ronnie O'Sullivan. He lost the 3 opening frames, but he's bounced right back and won 3 in a row. We're all square at 3 each. Well, Stephen, there's not a lot of mistakes being made out there, and any that are made, they're punished with the frame-winning breaks.
Yeah, we've got 2 misses with Junhui in this frame. This one cut to left middle, which he hit very, very thick. Didn't really get close to the pot. One, certainly the first 3 frames you would have expected him to get. He was very sharp with the way he started the match. And then Ronnie was very annoyed to leave this red because he just took it Ding would pot it in, and we missed it by a mile. So it just signs that Ding's starting to feel it a wee bit. And when he did get the chance to possibly pinch the frame, look at all the table he's got to finish on the black. All that side of the table.
Yeah, that was a poor positional shot. He did manage to knock the pink in, which he needed, you know, to keep him in the frame, but he couldn't get on a red. But he'll forget all that and just concentrate, sit there, and just think of the way you started the match. Meanwhile, Ronnie's left the arena, but the second session of this match will be this evening, and that's going to be fascinating. And we've got the press box there, and that's my son Damien on the left, who's a European Tour coach at golf, and he's at home at the moment with a new baby, Hunter. And it's great to see him. He was a great snooker player, was Damien, good footballer, but he went into golf and he's been working with Bernd Wiesberger, who just won in China on Sunday, so he loves coming to the Crucible.
Well, I'm okay with my vision. I'd rather you stop still when I putt the ball.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having a wee chat with the
Thank you,
referee.
frame 7. Ronnie
saying,
Sullivan to break.
when I'm playing the
I
pot,
told you to get it towards the end.
Yeah, no problem.
just to make sure you're standing still. So.